Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and today I will be joined by my dad as we talk about all kinds of stuff. I mean, we touch on his thoughts on retirement again. He has some follow-up to his last appearance on here about that, and we kind of go all over the place. So why don't we just go ahead and jump right into that now? And I'm joined today by my dad, Jim. How you doing?
I'm fine. You must have gone through the entire phone book and nobody answered. So you called me. You called me again.
No, you know what? I don't want to hear that shit. Because here's the thing. You say that, but every time I have you on the show, do you have any idea the amount of calls and notes and emails and posts and shit I get about, that was such a great episode. I've listened to that episode so many times.
No, you never tell me about those posts and calls and shit.
Oh, that's bull, because I know you
because I would never be on again if you told me what they really said. It would break my little heart. I am a fragile little flower.
You know full well what I'm talking about.
That's funny.
Yeah, so the last time you were on, we talked retirement, and that was like,
I know, and
that one's blown up.
Yeah, I apparently bummed some people out too.
Well, I mean, sometimes the truth is a little painful.
Well, that's the shit you don't hear. That's what I was trying to accomplish. Was it's not all fairy tales and unicorns. I mean, there's reality bitten, but I'm prepared this evening as I sit outside. Here's my disclaimer, my usual disclaimer. I'm sitting outside on my driveway. I have no control and no liability over the neighbors, the trucks, the yappy little dog next door. What happens, happens. Please forgive me.
Okay.
So that's out of the way. No, I've got some happy aspects. I'll give you 5-ish happy aspects of retirement in this episode. So I'll try to, I'll balance it out. There's some goodness.
A little balance.
That's right. A little balance is a good thing, huh?
A little balance.
So yeah, you called me this morning going, hey, you want to do an episode? It's like, about what? And then we log on. And then we log on here. You go, oh, you always have something. You're never.
Well, yeah, you always have something.
So Dave Garofalo will like me. I have show notes.
You have show notes. I have them on my phone. Of course, they're blank. After we get past the two guys copy, they're blank until I get to the Blackbird segment.
Right.
So,
yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Here's your show notes.
Well, you and I have talked. You've told me all these different show topics that you've had.
Oh, I've got
that you're ready for. And it's
that's the trouble is I've got stuff that if I were to bring it up on this show, you would get calls.
No, I bet I would.
you would have people knocking on your door going, the hell? Yeah. And as long as they don't know my address, I'm good.
There you go. I still think I'm just going to tease this. I'm going to tease this for everybody coming to Pulpit Fest. I think we need to have a roundtable discussion. Well, 2 people. I don't know if it's a roundtable. It's more of a back and forth. You and Trey Mac about the darkness.
Oh, I am prepared for Trey Mac, man. I got my notes together. I am going to teach him that light does not exist.
See, there you go. I'm sure he's probably sitting and listening and this going like, oh my God, I can do this.
He's going to get up from that show. He's going to go, he's right.
Love it.
And it's irrefutable because it goes all the way back to the first chapter of Genesis in the friggin' Bible. And I defy Trey Mac to violate the Bible. So I've got God on my side with my theory of light and dark.
Okay. See, this is the kind people, if you haven't bought your tickets by now, this is the stuff that you're going to be missing. I mean, this is what you have to look forward to. So I'm going to get him up out of Curmudgeon's Corner and have him debate with Trey Mac for a little bit.
It's going to be like an advanced degree presentation.
Bam. There you go.
Anyway, so what are you smoking?
I was going to say, let's fire up a cigar. So, I thought I had what you had. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, well, I have the Villiger Cuellar Caribe.
Cuellar Caribe.
And did you know that Cuellar was the first Spanish conquistador who served as governor of Cuba? That's where Cuellar came from.
I did not.
I think it's what is it, like Diego Velasquez de Cuellar, something like that. Anyway, that's where the Cuellar name is.
I'll be damned.
So I'm in honor of the Cuban governor. So yeah, I'm doing the Caribe. It comes in 4 sizes: small, medium, large, and extra large. I'm doing the small. That would be the robusto. It's got an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper.
You did bring your show notes.
No shit, Sherlock. I mean, I studied, man. I don't want to drop the ball and you go, what the hell, Dad?
No, I appreciate this. This is more effort than anybody put.
It's got a tobacco binder and a tobacco filler.
Okay.
And that tobacco happens to come from the Dominican Republic.
All right.
If you have any questions, call Villiger, because I'm done.
So I have the Camp Aladino Maduro gorbusto, 4.5 by 60. I'm getting.
I was gonna say it didn't look like that. Didn't look 6.5.
No, it's a four.
Yeah, let's start.
4.5 by 60.
You've been trying to convince me of sizes and numbers, and yeah, that's not 6.
No, this is 4. 4.5.
That's what she said. All right.
I got the notes from Trey Mac. Maybe this is a Trey Mac.
Okay, that's a Trey Mac. That's a Trey Mac 6 inches.
But
that's a whole new topic.
Whole new topic. Features an undisclosed Maduro wrapper, Honduran binder, and filler. And this is the cigar that is only available to stores that have visited the Aladino farm. And then next year, these cigars will be put out for everybody to be able to purchase. They won't be Camp Aladino. They'll be whatever brand they call them at that point. My camera is doing that bullshit again. And
getting all zoomy and weird.
I know. There's a way to stop that, and I need to figure out what
I'll tell you the way to stop that is to buy an old iPad like what I've got.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do that shit.
Well, trust me. I should. But anyway. So
nice.
Yeah. So next year, if you don't have a shop near you that has been to the farm, next year your shops near you should be able to get this. It'll be called something different, but it'll be the same thing. And then the Camp Aladino cigar next year that will be available to farm stores will be something different.
They should call it the Trey Mac Justo.
I think they're going with gorbusto. I think they're just sticking with gorbusto.
Okay.
Which I like the name gorbusto.
Oh no, it's a great name.
It is a great name. So anyway, time to cut the cigar. And the official cutting is brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. 2 Guys have been around for 40 years, and they are the trusted name in the cigar industry. Everybody knows 2 Guys, but if you don't, please give them a try. You won't be sorry. Family owned and operated, 2guyscigars.com does the very best to provide a great selection, fair prices, and excellent customer service. So head on over to 2guyscigars.com for your next cigar purchase. Tell them that the Cigar Pulpit sent you. And remember, that's the number 2guyscigars.com. And with that, it's time to go ahead and cut the cigar.
Sounds like you're going to have to be rewriting your script there.
I know.
Because they're renaming it and officially announcing the renaming at the expo.
I know. No, I mean, they've got that. And it's their copy also says they've been around for 40 years. But like
41.
It's going to be 41 here.
I think he needs to just name it Dave Cigars and be done with it.
Just call it a day.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Dave. These are my cigars.
Dave Cigars. Yeah.
Welcome.
He's been doing all kinds of the fun exclusive anniversary things going on. He's got that Ruby Red Padron, which by the time this will come out tomorrow. That one that's hanging out over there, and that's a round Padron, which is not something they do. Those are normally box press. And then I just saw today that I guess Perdomo is doing a 40th anniversary 2 Guys.
He's only got a hand numbers of boxes too. I heard that this morning. So yeah.
So no, I mean it's he's got some cool stuff going on.
Go to 2guyscigars.com while it's still up as a URL. Because soon it'll be going away, I guess.
It'll be something else, I would think.
Yeah. DaveCigars.com.
Dave Cigars. All right.
All right.
Cut this guy. And I've had the Cameroon. I've never had the Maduro version of this. And I'm looking forward to this. This is one that they unveiled at PCA this year. Which, man, it's hard to believe. I've already got some planning going for that for next year already.
Good.
April in New Orleans. So, anyway, well, I'm going to go ahead and play the greatest commercial that you've ever heard while we light our cigars.
Some say cigars are all the same. It's just not true. It's you I have to blame.
Well, I don't know, 'cause what I know, there is a cigar called Aladino Corojo.
Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. They say authentic, so we're not confused, while the others say it's a word that's just abused.
I guess that's so, they can't compete. At least I'm sure Aladino can't be beat.
Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Cigars uses authentic Corojo tobacco from JRE Tobacco. This is the greatest commercial you ever heard. Yeah.
I know he said he wasn't going to sing and dance, but let's be real. Do you think he packs the kazoo anyway?
Yes, see that man reeks of rhythm, and if there's music in the background,
He's dancing to it.
he's up. Some people can't; they can't control it. And he's that guy.
I mean, there's going to be
Yeah.
music. There's going to be music.
Yeah.
Bound to be.
We know the sound. We know his soundtrack.
Yep.
Used to be a DJ apparently. So, man, could be any music. Get him
He
going.
also was a professional wrestler for a little while,
Right.
too. So, yeah. So, anybody showing up to Pulpit Fest that wants to inquire about that, I don't know. Was it the Grappler? I don't remember. I don't remember his name. But, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and put Dave in a headlock and see what happens.
Well, I don't want to do that. I'm not advocating
Wait,
people
I was going
fight
to say,
him.
hey,
but
if
what I'm
anybody
saying-
at the Pulpit Fest wants to wrestle Dave, I'll bet we
That's
could
not-
get him to fight.
No, that's not what I'm advocating. But what I am
All right,
saying
good.
is that, it's like there's some stories that I've never heard before. It's like
And
I know that he did it, but I don't know.
See, a lot of people have stories, son, that they never want anybody ever to hear again. I'm sure Dave is kind of that way sometimes. So. Anyway,
I wouldn't know about the professional wrestling if he wouldn't have talked about it. That's all I'm saying.
that's funny. I would never have guessed that one.
Yeah. So,
Good.
All right. So you had some follow up to the.
Yeah. First of all, I apologize to anybody who felt bad after listening to my summary of retirement, but kind of is what it is. But in ways of upsides, let me give you a handful of them. First and foremost, the three hardest part of any business: customers, coworkers, and employees. Beyond that, business is easy.
Yeah.
They're the hardest part of tolerating. And when you retire, you don't have to worry about that anymore. The phone stops ringing, and it's nice. The emails stop dinging in. And I don't know. You know my phone. I've got it set up so my ringer is a duck quack.
Yep.
My emails are a regular little sound. My text messages come in as a sonar ding.
Okay.
But no, text messages is a ding ding. My work email, I had a separate, was always a sonar ding. And when that sonar sound would go off, right away you kind of go, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Because you kind of know, shit, it's going to be, And it took months, but now when that sonar ding goes off, I've got like 2 or 3 different emails now. I've got my old Hotmail and a couple of Gmails. I've got that one established for my Gmail account that I use, for logging onto registering with websites and crap.
Yeah.
When that sonar ding goes off now, it doesn't bother me. So that's what's nice. That's an upside is phone calls don't piss you off anymore, and the emails, they're nothing. It's good.
That's nice.
So it is nice.
That would be nice because
it is nice.
I mean, because too. Because I mean, you've worked for yourself, worked for startups, done all sorts of different things to where, it's not a 9 to 5 gig. It's not a like at 5 o'clock you turn it off and you're done.
Yep.
And obviously with me with the newspaper, it's the same situation. It's like I'm getting messages all kinds of day and night, weekends, this and that and whatever. And it just is draining. It's so draining sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So there's the first upside is you're not going to be getting calls from work, and it's nice. Second is I was in product sales pretty much my entire career. And you know this, when you're in product sales, when you're in sales, numbers. When you sold something today, the first thing as a boss you say is, yeah, what are you going to do tomorrow?
Exactly.
You can blow your quota away 1 month, but then the next month on the first, it starts all over again.
And you're expected to get to that because you did it once, so now you can do it again.
And you can do more because you're so damn good.
Uh-huh.
So the fact that sales quotas go away, reporting financials to your boss, to your board, to your investors, it's probably some of the most stressful presentations I've ever had to produce, because you try to take something that you know is bullshit because they expect it, and you try to justify why it's bullshit without insulting them, but why you didn't hit them because those numbers were fictitious in the first place. And reality is a hard thing to present. Yeah. So the fact that you no longer have accomplishments and sales quotas and whatnot, nice. Third thing is you have an open calendar. You can do what you want whenever you want. You want to go do something at 3 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon. You want to sit outside and have a cigar on a Wednesday at noon? Go ahead.
Do it.
Sweet. I mean, you don't have to worry about that. And the best part too is you can dress like a pig. I haven't had a coat and tie on, I don't know, 2.5 years now.
Now, see, that I also agree with, because while there are, I can't say that. I can't say that I've gone that long. The amount of times I've had to dress up in the last 10 years has gone exponentially down.
Right.
You know, so.
Yeah, that makes a difference. And you throw away a lot of the ties. I mean, I must have had 150 ties, and you throw them away. When I worked inside here at Roche, back in the day, it was suit. You couldn't wear a sport coat. I had probably eight suits. You had to wear a suit to work every day. They're long gone. And that's the next thing is you can just, and you can get too casual, but you can just like be a pig. So the biggest bonus is your shoulders drop. Because all the stress and all the tension just kind of goes, pfft, and you find yourself just sort of going, nice. I don't have bullshit anymore. And you develop a real case of WGAS. Who gives a shit?
I was just thinking, I'm like, I think it gives a shit. Yeah.
When it snows and you're watching the weather, and my God, we're getting 6 inches and it's going to hit rush hour in the morning.
You don't care because you're not getting out in rush hour.
Who gives a shit? Let those poor bastards deal with it. And people make observations, and you reach the point where you're going, who gives a shit? I don't have to worry about that anymore. And it's nice. And it's just the upsides are everything gets more relaxed. Everything gets a little bit more comfortable. You can stress yourself out, like I talked on that last episode. You can fret yourself into a frenzy. But in the scheme of things, and again, it's difficult to tool yourself down. But once you get tooled down, you find yourself driving more at a lower RPM. I don't mean physically on the road. I still drive like a bat out of hell. But it's a lot more comfortable just to be nothing. It's like, I'll get up. I'll have coffee. I think maybe I'll just sit and watch more news before I worry about getting my ass out of the chair and doing anything. Well, and that's nice. There's some degree of niceness with that.
And some of the things that you talked about in the last episode that you were, about the retirement stuff was, it's all things that, it's not all things, but some of those things that you talked about are things that hit you right away with retirement.
Right.
But then once you get them addressed, once you get it figured out, it goes away. It
right.
like kind of like dealing with what was it? healthcare, dealing with the Medicare. Not,
Yeah,
I always get it
Medicare.
mixed up. Which one is Medicare and which one is Medicaid? Medicaid is if you're in need. Medicare is if you're
Medicare
at
is
a
we
certain
care.
age or old.
Medicare is we care for our old people. Medicaid is we give you aid because you need it.
Perfect. Okay, now I'll remember that. So yeah, when you get signed up for Medicare, I mean that
Right.
I've been told multiple different times that that's a pain in the ass,
Yeah, yeah.
But it's one of those things. Once you get through it, once you're done with it, you've gotten ish kind of
every year. Once you sign once you sign up
Here
on
I'm trying to bring some positivity.
swing and a miss.
Oh well.
No, once you sign up for it, it's in place.
Okay.
It's the supplemental shit.
Yeah.
It's if I go to the hospital, I'm fine. If I go visit my doctor for a checkup and he does other things, that's supplemental care.
Yeah.
So I have to have my supplemental. I have to have my dental, my eye, things like that. And that comes around every year. You do kind of a checkup on that. I'll give you an example. We're probably going to change our dental plan this year because, what we're paying isn't covering what we need.
Okay.
Okay. Things like that. So you review it. You review it every year, every December. But once it's in place, that comes down to more tweaking. It's just getting it in place is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess that's what I'm saying is there's all these little things that you got to do in the beginning that add to the stress level. But once you get through those, it's like it's set, it's in place, and then you can kind of maintain.
You just kind of keep tapping it to keep it in place and not falling apart. Right.
There you go.
Exactly right. So there's some happy upsides for you all. It's just, it takes you a while, but not being bothered is just pretty good.
That's worth a lot.
It's worth a hell of a lot.
It's worth a lot.
It's worth a hell. But as I said, though, I mean, if you allow yourself to fret, you can, like I've commented to you before, you don't want to outlive your money. Just because you're retired doesn't mean you've got a truckload of money in the backyard and you just keep tapping. Well, some people do, I guess. But you watch what you spend. You watch what's prudent, what's not, and you still live off your budget and you keep your savings where it is and hope like hell you don't have to expend it, because it just takes one catastrophic illness.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden.
So there's a degree of awareness you have to maintain. But it's not enough. They're not sending you emails at 1:30 in the morning saying, "Why did you miss this?" Right?
No, that counts for a lot.
Yeah.
And like you said, you're not having to get out and go in rush hour traffic, to and from work. You don't have to deal with anger. I mean, I don't have to deal with subscribers that didn't get their paper in the mail because the post office couldn't get it to them properly. There, I took another shot at the post office, but
that was a direct hit. I appreciate that.
I mean, I'm dealing with a lot of it. I don't know what happened this past week, but I've had like 3 people that are like, "Where's my paper?" And I'm like, "The fuck?" So yeah, I don't know what happened at the post office this past week, but such is life,
Such is the post office. Yet somehow I get like 3 times a week minimum Anderson replacement window ads. There are times the postman drives by and all I get in my mailbox is an ad for Anderson replacement windows.
So I signed up for that informed delivery email from them where they scan your mail. Yeah. And I will literally look at that. And if I determine it's just junk, I don't walk out to it until like the next day when something better comes along. I'll just
they still deliver it though.
They still deliver it.
No, wouldn't it be sweet if you look at that and you go, well, that's just crap I don't want.
Swipe
and they
right.
throw it away back at the post office and they don't even dirty your mailbox with it?
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I'm getting so much mail for the guy who used to live here. Mind you, the dead guy that used to live here.
We still get mail for the woman that owned this house 14 years ago.
Fuck.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't even open it. I just rip it in half and throw it away to hell with her.
Yeah.
It's useless stuff, Nordstrom's and crap, but it's like, no, if they're that dumb and she's not on top of her own personal business.
Political solicitations for the guy who lived here. He must have been very political. So
interesting. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
So, anyway.
Good.
Well, okay, so there we go. So it's not all doom and gloom on the retirement front. And it wasn't in the episode. I'm joking about that. You did present some positive sides to retirement in that episode. But, look, honesty sometimes can be blunt.
And when you tell something to somebody that they probably have never heard, or they never hear that side of it, it kind of comes off like, whoa.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody hears, oh, I can't wait to retire and be able to do whatever I want and blah, 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 and all that kind of thing. And it's like, it's just not that simple.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And it's just not that easy to convert. It's a transition, but it's not a bad thing.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay.
So let me take this and
oh God,
let's slide it into my next topic.
Okay.
So I've been walking quite.
Okay.
I was just like, yeah, what the hell? I'll go out and I'll walk, and I've got a route here where I, 3 miles in the morning kind of a thing or whatever. And I developed anterior tibial tendonitis in my left leg. And you're going, what the hell is that? Well, what that is it feels like a shin splint. It goes up the front of your left leg, and it hurts like a son of a bitch. And you can't, it's the tendon that lets you lift your foot. Okay. Envision, if you will, if you have your foot there and you can't lift it up, toes up, that's that tendon. Well, that gets inflamed. It hurts it hurts like a bastard. So here's my observation from that. I got pondering that over the next, 3 or 4 days that I didn't walk. And I started wearing older, different sneakers that were flatter. An old pair of Altra, A-L-T-R-A. Altra sneakers have really no drop. Meaning a lot of sneakers now have different millimeter elevations from the toes to the heel or the heel to the toe. Therein lies my point. When I was a kid, way back, sneaker time came around. You want black ones or white ones? You want high top or low top?
Yeah.
That's it.
That was it.
We used to always get high top white ones or high top black ones, and they always had this little round rubber logo stuck to the side that after a while would kind of start to flip off and you peel it off. Or you sit in school with your pen and you would draw lines on the sole of your white sole of your sneakers, and you wore them and you wore the shit out of them, and your feet and legs never hurt, and you wore them out, and then you would buy another pair 9 months for like however much. Now you go buy sneakers. Okay. They all look like orthopod shoes. The soles are this thick. They're spongy, cushiony, like Hokas. I have a pair of Hokas that if I wear them too much, they hurt because they're too spongy. And you have to look at the millimeter drops, sir, between the heel and toe. Are you pronated or supinated? Are you this or are you that? And it's like, wait a minute. When did sneakers get to be $150?
Yeah.
I'm looking at sneakers I need to get a new pair. I'm looking at sneakers yesterday at Dick's, which, I'm not a big fan of Dick's, but I go there anyway because they have sneakers. And they're like $199.
Yep.
And I'm just looking at this going, they're ugly. And it's kind of like,
There's something to be said for the old Chuck Taylors.
Right? That's my point. It's kind of, when did sneakers become such a freaking science that you just can't go buy some? And I know as you get older, your legs do weird shit. And, my legs are this and that, whatever.
It's when Nike had to start paying Michael Jordan for that endorsement.
Right.
And suddenly they had to get more for their shoes.
That's what, you're right. Let's blame Michael Jordan for my tendonitis. That bastard.
Well, Shaq did his shoes through Walmart, and he did them real cheap, and he has sold a shit ton of shoes.
Good on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm looking at these things, and I tried a few pair on. They felt weird. And I'm thinking, I just want an old pair of sneakers again.
Yeah.
So this morning I ordered online a pair of Ultras. They're medium, this and that, and they'll be here next week, and I hope like how they fit, and they feel good. But it was like, when did all this happen that sneakers now is a science? And I know it's Nike. When did Switzerland become the epicenter for sneakerage? I mean, you got holy shit, you got Brazilian chocolate, you got this and that. Switzerland. Oh, these are made in Switzerland. And I just looked at the kid. And it's like, yeah. He goes, well, they're really good with sneakers. And I just laughed. And it's like, well, I've got a pair of On Comforts, OCs. And I said, I'm not sure where they're made. I said, but they started squeaking after 4 months. And that's why I'm staying in your store now. The sole on these things squeak. And I looked online and people are saying, oh, take some sand. And there's like holes. Take sandpaper, roll it up and rough up those holes.
Oh, for God's sakes.
And the next comment was, or stop buying those fucking sneakers.
Right.
And I'm thinking, that's it. I've got one pair I love, and I bought another pair because they were good, but these squeak inside. I even had neighbors talking about, I'm walking by, and they're commenting about my sneakers. And well, they're not sneakers, they're squeakers. And it's like, if I'm paying $150 and I've got sneakers that squeak.
I get it. The tennis shoes that I've got that I wear when I go up to the gym and everything. There's a squeak in the left shoe. And what's weird is it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it'll like be there, and then other times I don't notice it.
Oh, well, you need new sneakers then. You need to buy some from Switzerland.
I know.
Or here's the thing. As my neighbor told me, just put some powder underneath the insole. Just pull that insole out and put baby powder in there. That'll take care of the squeak. I swear to you, I looked up on the internet, and that was the first piece of advice to stop squeaking sneakers is to put powder, sprinkle baby powder or something, rubbing talc powder underneath the insole in your sneaker.
But then you've got powder fucking everywhere.
Well, you smell pretty. Yeah, you smell pretty. And when you step, you get little clouds. Makes it look like you're going fast, or like peeling your tires. You got smoke rolling off your feet.
People start calling you Pigpen, the little dude in the Peanuts cartoons with the cloud around him and everything, right? It's like fuck.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Look, that's too much work. I just don't want my shoe to squeak.
And that's where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying to walk to be healthy, and now I'm having sneaker issues. Mm-hmm. Well, really? I know. Yeah.
The cavemen didn't have squeaker issues.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Cavemen walked around with, I don't know, flat feet. Well, and that's the thing with this Ultra brand is they're like walking barefoot. They're the toe box, I know the lingo, is wider. Is wider. It actually goes up and it widens at the toe. So your toes aren't squinched into a little pointed end.
Yeah. And
a lot of the sneakers on the bottom, it looks like a footprint. The tread actually looks like a footprint on these things. And the whole premise is it's like running barefoot, and then they're flat. And when I wore those old ones I had that I'd forgotten about, my tendonitis cleared up and they felt great. And it's like, well, okay, I'll just get another pair of those and wear them out.
Interesting.
So the whole premise of sneakers with all these hokas and the squishy and the 3 or 4 or 5 inches of rubber. Nah, we're going back to the prehistoric days where your foot's flat on the ground the way God intended it to be, and to hell with your arches.
So I've looked at the hokas, and those things are just ugly, though. So many of them are so ugly. Like it's like the color schemes and everything. I don't know.
Can you make them brighter and more clown-like?
More just goofy looking. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So.
I know, but I have to say this for Luke.
Okay.
I'm not buying white New Balances. Okay, Luke. That son of a bitch texted me a while. He sent me a message through Instagram. Some joke about Corvette owners, how they always wear jean cutoff shorts or some shit, ball caps, and white New Balance sneakers. And it's like, no, we don't all wear New Balance, white New Balance. And New Balance is not as good as they used to be. I do wear ball cap.
Yeah.
Even New Balance has changed. Even those damn things are $150 on up now. And they used to be great.
Yeah.
So they're ugly. You could buy a wonderfully expensive pair, and you look like you're coming out of Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah.
So I didn't order those.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So let me these ones that you're talking about with the flat Ultra.
ALTRA ultrarunning.com.
So
yes,
with those,
and I'm not being endorsed or paid by Ultra. I don't even know where the hell they're located. Anyway, they're probably out of Switzerland. Oh shit!
But No, so like my question. So have you walked? All right, wearing those shoes, have you walked on like rough, like gravel or rough surface?
They're like regular sneakers, son. They got rubber bottoms.
Well, yeah, but I didn't
They're
know
just
like
they're
how
just
thick that rubber, like if you're walking on something particularly rough, do you actually feel the surface, or you don't feel anything? It's just like whatever.
like a sneaker.
It's just flat.
They have running. They're running shoes. They have running shoes, and people wear them, and they have trail running shoes and all kinds of shoes.
Okay.
It's just the inside is more flat rather than
I got
this
you.
way.
There's
This
not
way.
all that weird padding and shit.
There's not all that drop. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you can get some sneakers where there's an 8 mm, and it doesn't sound a millimeter's a millimeter, right? But having upwards of an 8 mm difference between your heel and your toes or whatever,
Yeah.
that can throw your ankles off, and that affects your muscles, and that affects how you walk, and it causes pain. And some people require that.
Huh.
Some people require certain millimeters of difference. Apparently not that guy.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah. No, I see. That's the other thing with retirement. You can learn all kinds of useless shit about stuff you never cared about before. And
You've got time to research shoes.
honest to Christ, man, I wish I could just go buy some black high top Keds, and they would probably feel stupendous, fit great, and I could save $125.
Oh, I know.
Actually,
It's
I got
hard.
a good deal on these online. I got these for like 112. These run with free shipping, so I got to be happy with that.
Okay, well
But
that's
I
not
know,
too bad.
I know. It's still a lot for shoes.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm weird about. I don't like buying clothing online, of any sort. Shoes,
Really?
clothing. The problem I've run into is the few times that I've attempted it, they can say that it's U.S. sizes all they want,
Yeah, it's bullshit.
but it's bullshit. Because then
Yeah.
what ends up happening is it shows up and it's like, yeah, it's U.S. sizes for Mr. Kim, and it's like, it's like, it's not fitting me. Let's put it that
Yeah.
way. It
Yeah.
might fit the guy working the Chinese buffet, but it's not fitting me.
And
And whatever.
you can buy a brand today that you bought 5
Yep.
years ago, and they're different.
Totally different.
I'll throw them under the bus. You ready?
Okay.
Land's End. My entire career, I would wear Land's End button-down Oxford shirts, and they
Okay.
were phenomenal. They were heavy, 100% cotton, good shirt.
Mhm.
And a number of years ago, it's like you could just feel it. You get them out of the package and you go, oh, this feels cheap.
This is thinner. Yeah.
And they cost just as much, or not more. But there's just like the quality just went to shit.
Oh, that's
And
a whole nother thing.
So, well, yeah, right. So, but that's the other thing too, is it's not just sizes, but it's companies have changed how they do the things like that too. So,
Yeah.
but I hate going shopping, and I've told you that before. I don't want to go shopping.
Well,
I hate that shit. I
don't
go in,
like-
I grab it, and I leave. And I
Same.
take it home, and if it doesn't fit, it goes back. But otherwise,
And
I
that's
make
more-
it fit.
Yeah, I would say that's my problem. It's like, oh, it doesn't fit. I got to take it back. No, what it's going to do is it's going to sit around my place for nearly a month until I finally get the.
I got stuff in the closet. Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's such a pain in the ass to
Yep.
go back and return it and everything. And
Yep.
yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. If anybody ever looked in my closet, they'd think I was like some sort of an old pauper pig. Not Peppa, pauper
Not
pig.
Not Peppa.
Yeah. Peppa Pig. George. Well, him Papa, Daddy Pig. But yeah, when you have grandkids, you learn that shit. Yeah, I'm still wearing clothes that should have been. Hell, even Goodwill would have turned them down.
Mhm.
They're in that bad a shape. But that's what I was saying. So when you retire, you can get up and dress like a pig.
I get it.
Amen, man. I
have a pair of gym shorts that I sleep in at night that
That's it.
I can't leave the house. I can't
Yeah,
even
you
go to
hope-
the mailbox because
you hope there's no emergency and the guys have to come in to see you in that outfit,
there's
right?
there's no elastic left in the band.
Yeah.
The waistband is complete. This fucking camera. The waistband has completely lost all
Right.
whatever. So if I just inhale,
I have them.
they
Yeah.
drop to my ankles. So
Yeah.
it's like
I have a pair of shorts
constantly-
just like that. Yeah.
God, but I've had them forever. They're the most comfy shorts. They're perfect for sleeping in. I love them
Yep.
so much.
Yep.
And but yeah,
Yeah,
they're
I understand.
just a fucking mess.
That's
know?
funny. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
God.
anyway,
Interesting. All right. Well,
so yeah, sneakers. If anybody has any sneaker advice, I'm keen on listening because
other than Hokas.
other than Hokas, man,
Everyone was so high on
no,
those like 2 years
well,
ago.
but they feel comfortable. Damn it, they feel. I've worn them to races and they feel
Yeah.
good. But I wore them Saturday morning. We go over, to the adjacent little town, and it was probably about a 2.5 mile walk we do around the park. And by the end of that walk, my right shin starts to hurt. And it's the first time in weeks it did. And it's like, it's the damn shoes. I walked again that afternoon wearing other ones, and it was fine.
Look, there are things that
So it's
people
just
don't put a lot of like thought into that totally impact them. I'll tell you another one other than shoes. Here's one. It'll totally improve your entire day if you have a good set of pillows at night when you're sleeping. Holy shit. I mean, if you're laying on old, flat, gnarly look pillows, I mean, the headaches, the neck aches, everything else that can come from that. It's like, replace your damn pillows, people. I'm telling you, it's worth it.
This is like a public service announcement or something, or what are you doing here?
Yes, this is my spiel. Like, I've got like 6 pillows on my bed. Now, granted, I only use 2, but nonetheless,
See, that's why I like going to hotels, because you go into a hotel room and you got like pillows all across the.
Yeah. Now, the thing
like
with
this one's too hard, this one's too soft. Well, maybe if I take those two and combine them together and build a tent, then you have a fort, and you sleep in your fort and you feel great in the morning.
See, that's the thing. What I've noticed with hotel rooms is like typically there might be like the 4 main sleeper pillows, but 2 of them are the more firm and 2 of them are the more soft.
Yeah, they give you a mixture.
You got to get that nice balance going amongst them to figure out like what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
I always end up like squinching up and like, there's one that I fold in half practically.
Yeah, I use 2 pillows all the time. Now I'm a 2 pillow. I remember many years ago, back in it would have been the mid '80s, I guess. Holiday Inn Crown Plaza. The Crown Plaza had a promotion about perfect sleep.
Okay.
And when you checked into your room, there was a little portfolio, little packet there, and it had earplugs. It had little eye covers. It had a CD. Back in the CDs of white noise and background music of rainforest and shit like that, and a booklet that talked about sleep. And then, you do this, and close the curtains and do this, and the optimum temperature for sleep is 68 degrees. And I've remembered that forever.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Janet doesn't agree to go down quite that low, but it's her house. It's her house, and she lets me live here, so I'm not going to complain. But
I feel like that's too warm.
Oh, fair, man.
Oh my gosh!
First thing I do when I go into a hotel is I'll stand
down,
and I'm going boom, 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 boom.
down.
I will dial that rat bastard down to like as low as it'll go before it screams stop.
I am,
and then you leave. You leave and you come back a few hours later, and it's like a walk-in freezer.
Yep.
And you're going, damn, this fucking cold in here. Boy, am I going to sleep tonight?
It's good. It's good. I love it.
Yeah, that's what I'll be doing in Florida.
I've got the fan on the whole time, plus my air conditioning and everything. It's like, I wake up and I'm nice and brisk. I love it.
Yeah.
But
that's why Eskimos sleep like rocks.
There you go. Well, and you brought up the CD. So I use here's a podcast recommendation outside the Villiger Report. There's a podcast I use on Spotify called 8 Hour Sleep Music. They do maybe 2 or 3 episodes a week, and it's literally it's more like 9 hours. They say 8 hours, but it's more like 9 hours long. And all it is in the very beginning, they have a little intro. If they have any commercials, they play them right at the very beginning. So typically you can skip ahead about 3 minutes. Once you skip ahead for 3 minutes, it will run for 8 to 9 hours straight of sometimes it's white noise. Sometimes it's, there's one I've been using the last handful or probably a week or better now. It's rain, just rain falling on like a sidewalk. Sometimes there's actual like melodic music in the background and all that. I don't really care for that. I want the actual natural noise. Sometimes there's like space sound to where it's like that that kind of thing going on.
Right.
There's whale songs and all that. I mean, there's
Baby Beluga song.
so many different options listed here. It's I mean, they've been around long enough that they have a ton of stuff in the catalog.
Yeah.
And I love this damn thing. I set it, I turned it on, I set my phone down, and Spotify will play after your phone kind of goes to sleep, and it just plays all night long. I wake up in the morning,
See,
I
I
turn
can
it
never
off,
do-
and that's that.
I don't think I could do that. I would be laying there listening to the freaking thing.
Nah, I turn
For
it
some
down.
reason, background noise
it's
like
pretty
that just
low.
it focuses me on to that. Although, having said that, I mean, I'll have rock playing in my ears on an airplane and fall asleep in the middle of that shit. So, I don't
Hell,
know.
I know somebody that listens to this show and falls asleep at night.
I do. I
Oh,
fall asleep during every one of your episodes. The only ones I stay awake on are the ones I'm on.
when the ones you're out walking and you can't fall asleep. I know. So
Yeah, I walk and listen to you. By the way, yeah.
no, I swear to God, I had somebody reach out
Oh,
and tell
Paul.
me that like apparently I must have very like dulcet tones or something because like they do. They
Yeah, I've
will
always
just
said
turn
that
on
about
it.
you.
Yeah, I know, right? It's the first time I'd ever heard it. Let's put it that way. But apparently,
that's funny.
I am ASMR to the point that they will like fall asleep to the pulpit, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a compliment or not, but
I don't either.
I'll run with it, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would take it as a compliment and just not ask any questions.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought. You know, it's like, all right, well,
Less
whatever.
information may be better in this case for you. That's funny. That's funny. You're missing you may be missing an opportunity. Then you could just
You know, I've thought about that.
you can market yourself as the podcast that puts people to sleep.
Oh Lord, I did think it could be fun to do like an ASMR episode where it's like, and it's time to cut the cigar, and we're gonna do that, and you know, just kind of
A real loud, slow cut.
Oh yeah, and then exactly come in and just super loud cut noise, you know, just enough to shock them awake.
That's the stuff that just absolutely is like fingernails on a chalkboard to me.
Oh,
I hate watching cooking shows. First of all, I hate watching cooking shows. Part two of that is I hate competition. I am so tired of competition cooking.
That's that's the only thing that's
it's
on
like
Food
move
Network
on
these days.
But the other thing I hate is they have these sensual cooking shows where, and they had this, and they zoom in the camera, and they get that camera shot, and that oil is slowly dripping, and they make that, and they have the sound imparted on it.
Mm-hmm.
Click. It's like, nah. It doesn't sound like I've cooked. It doesn't sound like that in my kitchen.
Not like that. No.
You know, the only time you hear anything in the kitchen is when I cut myself and there's a blood curdling scream, and Janet goes again. Yeah.
Or you know, you're irritating Janet in the way, and she's like, you know, move, you know, or whatever. And
then I get jabbed with a knife.
Right.
Shit, I adjusted a watch strap yesterday. I had a metal watch strap, and I took a link out of it.
Yeah.
And I cut my friggin'. I'm working. All of a sudden, I see blood dripping down on the paper. What the hell is that? The edge of that watch band was sharp, and it just sliced the shit out of my thumb.
Some of those cuts, right? But some of those cuts, to your point, they're so sharp you don't even notice.
You don't know it until it's too late. Yeah.
My one experience with an X-Acto knife getting me. Let me tell you.
Oh shit, man,
it got me, and I knew it got me. But I went in the bathroom, I rinsed it off, and I was like, okay, you know, it's fine. It's not doing anything. And I just did one of these, you know, just to like, you know, kind of clear the paint. You know how it is when you do something, you kind of shake it.
Usually you stamp your little foot many times, like, yeah.
Yeah, well, in this case, shaking it resulted in blood just everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, everywhere.
Well, you do, you know the scientific premise is why a paper cut or a really sharp knife cut like that, you understand the reason why they bleed worse and longer.
No.
Yeah. Okay. This goes back to my deer hunting days with a bow and arrow. When you have a ragged edge, if you have a rather dull knife, when it slices the skin, it has a jagged edge. The skin actually gets cut nasty, and there's more surface, and the jagged edges will connect together for healing. If you have a straight cut and it's a straight edge, there's nothing for them to catch on as quickly. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
So and that's the reason paper cuts bleed as bad as they do, and a really sharp knife cut bleeds worse than a dull knife. Dull knife cut hurts worse.
Yeah.
But they bleed less than a sharp. They heal quicker, I should say, than a sharp one. So that's why all of your knives in your kitchen need to go be dulled. Take them out and just scrape them on the ground because it's safer for you and you'll stop bleeding quicker.
You're gonna hack up your meat, but at the same time, and your vegetables are gonna look like shit. But by God, it's safe for you.
It's a matter of your safety, folks. I am a safety conscientious host.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, ASMR stuff just absolutely drives me batshit. I
know.
Yeah, never have liked even when they do those stupid coffee commercials of coffee percolating and all that noise. Nah.
Oh, and you always get that whoosh noise when they're scooping the coffee. Yeah,
when they're making the cappuccino with and they got the whooshes and the diz and they're pouring it in the cup. It's like nah, not this guy. I can't do that.
Okay, all right.
Anyway, so there's that.
Well, I mean, hence the reason I play the greatest commercial you ever heard. That way nobody has to listen to me puffing on the cigar as I'm lighting it.
You want to tell everybody who commented about your puffing?
Yeah, that was you.
Yeah. It just drove. It's like, really?
To your point, it drove you so nuts. I was like, well, I got to figure out something to put in there.
It sounded like a giant baby sucking on a pacifier.
Well, yeah, because it's like, right next to the microphone.
Like, no, yeah. Play something over that or stop it. One of the two. I hated that. I'd 15-second forward your ass on that. It's like, get past it. I couldn't do it.
I mean, it's fair. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, see what happened. Now you got an ad placement.
Yeah.
It all worked out for the better.
Well, see, when I have a co-host, I can light while they talk and vice versa, But when I'm flying solo, it's like,
right.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Anyway. So how's the Caribe?
I like this thing. As I recall you telling me when you came up there, we had one of these at one night. In May. After you were up here, after the race or whatever.
Yep.
It's
so
kind
I
of
had the box then.
You what?
So I had the box of them then.
Yeah, and you brought me one.
Because I brought you some.
Well, you brought me a couple because this is the other one.
Well, that's my point. So where the fuck did they go? I don't know. See, I got that new humidor, and I've moved
and
stuff,
you can't find.
Now I can't find an entire box of cigars, and I don't know where the hell they went.
I
know that bothers me. Anyway, because this is gonna bug the shit out of Ken because you and I aren't smoking the same thing.
Good. This is like ASMR to him then. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm loving this thing. No, this is I like this because I like the creme because sometimes, boy, is this going to be weird for all of your listeners. Sometimes you just want to have a cigar and not have to worry about how strong or what it tastes like. You just want to sit there and just have a time with a thing that's on fire between your fingers.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's what a creme is. It doesn't do anything to piss you off. It doesn't require any attention. It's just a nice, soft smoke. And you sit there and you're going, oh, that's good. And then you got the Black Forest, which, right, that's the other end of it.
That's the other end of it.
And that one takes a little attention. Yeah. As I recall, the Black Forest is box press.
It was box press. It is box press.
It is, yeah. So it's got a little bit more oomph to it. And this, you know me, I don't give you flavor notes.
Oh, I know.
All right. So it's got a little bit of a darker smoke to it.
Yeah.
And this is a really good medium one. This is right down the middle of the two, and they managed to accomplish that. This is the kind where, as you're smoking it, you know that if you tried to do a retro on it, that you got to pay attention to it because it's probably going to burn.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna like knock you off your ass like some of them would. It requires a little attention, but it's a very delightful medium smoke. I like this thing. I think this is a winner. I'm happy with the cigar. And for $11.
Oh yeah.
I think it runs right around $11, something like that.
Yep.
I think it's worth it every day of the week. Nice.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed that one. I was happy when they came out with that one because my palate these days tends to settle in that Habano sun-grown kind of range, and that one settled right there perfectly for me.
Right.
So of the three that you mentioned, the Creme and the Black Forest, that one is my go-to. And maybe that's what happened in the box. Maybe I smoked through the damn thing and I don't remember it, but I don't think so. because I could easily look at my little spreadsheet of what I've smoked this year, and I don't think I've had that many of those. So
I don't know.
it's around anyway. I'm liking my Maduro Gorbusto. I'm about halfway through it, and it's been surprisingly more mild than I thought it was going to be.
I was going to say, those are supposed to be a little stronger, a little beefier, aren't they?
But this one hasn't been that bad. Now, I did just retrohale, and at the halfway point, the retrohale gets a little stronger. But if anybody can go back,
but you didn't
tape,
cough.
No, I mean it did hit me, but I didn't cough. But like I will say, if you go back over the tape, up to then, I've done other ones throughout the first half of this, and they were fine. They were no big deal. So it's a Maduro, but it's definitely a more mellow kind of Maduro going on here. So, but I'm also not getting that typical Corojo spice, which makes me think that the tobacco used in this is not a Corojo. So, which I guess they do have a Corojo version of the Gorbusto, so maybe that's where they put it. I don't. So, but that makes me wonder what tobacco type is this. But they're not saying. So,
I don't know.
you know, whatever. But anyway, all right.
Are you pairing that with anything?
Water.
Me too. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, just water.
All right.
All right. Well, let's do this now. It's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report, brought to you by
Villiger.
Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarello manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family-owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation. Okay, so you watched a movie.
I did.
And it's a movie.
And it's your fault.
And I love it. And I'm not a horror movie guy.
And we did too.
And I'm not a horror movie guy.
This wasn't horror.
But it was promoted that way.
It was stupid campy horror.
But there was something about it that when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, I want to see that one.
Yeah.
And I told you about it. And it's the monkey.
We watched Monkey.
The monkey.
Yep.
So what were your thoughts on the monkey?
The little bastard with the big grin and the googly eyes that beats the drum?
Uh-huh.
Wind it up and see what happened. Turn the key and see what happens.
Turn the key and see what happens.
No, don't touch the key. I enjoyed it because usually when we have a movie, I kind of half-ass watch.
Yeah.
This thing is like, I'm watching it just to see how that next person dies.
That's where it got to. It got to the point that it's like the deaths are so over the top and ridiculous.
So creative.
That it's like you have to see how this is going to go because it's not your typical just like, oh, he got smashed. It's like, how did he get smashed? Like something really wacky had to happen.
Yeah. And
it's
the
like
thing
almost Rube Goldberg machine kind of like deaths, you know?
Yeah,
it's like,
these and the arrow comes shooting over. It's like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like I told you, the cheerleaders got me.
In the end, yeah.
What is with that? Somebody gets killed and there's a whole bunch of cheerleaders standing there cheering.
Uh-huh.
I'm going, what is this? And the very ending.
Yep.
Yep.
There they were.
I'm not going to spoil the ending.
No.
I'll just say it now. If anybody, all y'all listening, you want to watch a really funny, campy horror, and I had no idea. I'm not a big Stephen King fan. For reasons. Boy, he had this one hidden in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Apparently he wrote this thing. Brilliant. I mean, it's just funny as shit. You watch this and you just laugh and you go, damn.
I know.
You know, and it's not cringeworthy, damn. It's like, damn, that was funny.
It's darkly humorous. That's the best way.
Yeah.
It's so full of dark humor. And the guy with the bees.
Yeah.
You know? I'm just like, it's just it was so over the top, and
so many people died in it too.
Yeah,
it was like one after another after another. It's like Jesus. Girl dives in the pool. It's like damn.
The real estate agent.
Yes.
You know, and he's just so calm as it just went down like that. You know.
Yeah. And the sun. Yeah. Nothing fazed the dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, Petey. When they're talking about Petey, I'm thinking some little kid. Well, Petey turns out to be like some, early teenage kid. It's like, you still go by Petey?
Yeah, I know.
Even that was kind of an angle that I didn't anticipate. But yeah, the monkey. It's worth it. It's she got it for free. You picked up the movie at the library. It's well worth the watch. It's an enjoyable. I don't know. I doubt if it's even 2 hours, maybe.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah. So yeah, the monkey. Do it. Absolutely. I give it 2 thumbs up. It was fun.
Right? It's on my short list of some of the best, one of the best movies of the year.
I would concur.
Because I've seen some things, but like this one just, not many of them have struck me and stuck with me like that one did. It
was. I mean, Final Destination. It is.
They get creative with their deaths too.
In some aspect of the way they kill people off.
Yeah.
But this was just like beyond that in my mind. This brought elements in there that I loved. It was just, and the acting was good enough that it made it good.
And Final Destination, I feel like they try to play it straight. They try to play it like as horror. Everybody's afraid. Whereas this one, it's like there's all these people dying in these most creative ways, and like I said, the characters are just like almost like not fazed by it, and it's like the humor aspect is missing from the Final Destination movies.
Yep, it was good. I liked it.
Anyway,
so you've been to the drive-in lately since the last episode?
No, I have not. Last time I went was Fantastic Four, and what was on after that? That was Lilo and Stitch, but I didn't stay for Lilo and Stitch.
There's a movie coming out that strikes my interest called Sketch. Have you seen the preview?
I have not seen the preview. I saw a picture, but I haven't. With like a bus, with like a creature thing over a bus.
A little girl has a sketchbook.
Yeah.
Of little creatures that she's designed and drawn over or whatever, and she drops her book into a lake or something, and it's some sort of magic water that brings them all to life.
Okay.
So all of these weird little creatures that this little girl drew become real, and they come into the town.
Okay.
It looks
fun.
It does. It looks entertaining. It looks, childlike, funny, entertaining kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It'll come out sometime and we'll pick it up. But yeah, it looks like a cute movie.
Okay.
No redeeming value to it that I know of anyway. There's probably some happy little moral ending to it, I guess, perhaps. But
probably. No, I will admit, I'm slightly disappointed. So the drive-in, every year they do what they call their Iconathon, and it's their big movie marathon thing where you go and it's a triple feature, and it's 3 different movies on each screen, so it's 12 movies total over the 2 nights, and this year, and I've gone to it the last 2 years, and this year it would be Friday, August 22nd, and Saturday, August 23rd. So it's the same weekend.
So you're skipping Pulpit Fest to go to this movie?
It's tempting. I'll say that, but I'm not. But I have the lineup here, and I want to tell you the lineup because there are some here that I'm like, now granted, every single one of these I can watch on DVD or probably stream it or something.
Yeah, but there's something about that.
But there's something about going to the drive-in, sitting out on a nice summer evening, having my cigars and watching it that way that it's nice. So for Friday on screen 1, so that's if you remember the drive-in, screen 1's the front one with the playground in front.
Right.
And that one, they've got the 1959 House on Haunted Hill.
Okay.
Followed by Forbidden Planet.
Good movie.
And Them from 1954. So you got some horror and sci-fi stuff going on there.
All right.
Screen 2, you have the original National Lampoon's Vacation, Groove Tube, and Kentucky Fried Movie. I'm not as interested so much in Screen 2. But
so Screen 1 carries the weight on that one.
For sure. Saturday, Screen 1, you have Bride of Frankenstein from 1935.
Right, classic.
Which I'm like, classic. Then you got The Invisible Man Returns from 1940, and then Phantom of the Opera from 1925. So you got some old horror movies going on there.
Good one.
And I'm
Good
like,
ones.
that,
Lon,
I'm like,
Lon, what was that? Lon Chaney, I think, is in that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
that's a good lineup there.
Yep.
And then screen 2, you have Monty Python and the Holy Grail,
Good one.
Eraserhead, which I'm not particularly, that's who was
Yeah.
that? That was
Trying to remember. I saw that years ago.
oh shit. Wasn't that the guy who did Twin Peaks? I'm trying to remember. His name
Anyway.
now.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
And
Move
then
on.
Rocky Horror Picture Show, and they're bringing out the people that dress up and they're acting out in front of the screen and all this kind of shit. They did that last year. And last year, they had this at a different time. They had this at the end of April last year.
Right.
So it was still kind of cool outside.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there, and I'm in my car. Like, because, mind you, the last movie, you got to realize, I mean, this is a triple feature.
It's
this
like 1 in the morning.
movie is starting at like 1 in the morning, you
Yeah.
know? And at 1 in the morning in April, it's fairly cold out. And I'm
Yeah.
looking out, and there are all these guys in tighty whities and all these women in white bras and slips all dancing out in front of this guy.
Brad and Janet. Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, good for them. They didn't
Yeah.
care about the weather. They're out there doing their thing, you know?
Good. Yeah.
And so this year they're doing all of that and whatever. And I'm like, son of a bitch. It's like that would have been fun. But this is what I do for you people for Pulpit Fest is I'm giving up my Econathon for you for Pulpit Fest.
The sacrifices you're making, my God.
You know, and here's the sad part. Like, I'll go ahead and mention this, you know, just
That's
obviously
funny.
I'm not throwing out dates or anything, but Ken and I have been talking about the prospect of moving Pulpit Fest to October
Right.
next year because it'd be a little cooler, little, you know, a little easier, I think. And watch that they're going to
They'll move the
Econathon
theater.
to
They'll move the
freaking
movie.
October. You know, because they
That's
they
funny.
don't have it at the same time of year every year. This is 3 years they've done this now, and in 3 years they've done it at different times. So just
Maybe
watch.
the guy at the drive-in listens to the show,
Yeah,
to
he
your
might be.
podcast.
Yeah, he's like that son of a bitch that
let's
clouds
find-
up my lot with his cigars.
Yeah,
smoke.
let's find
I'm
out
gonna
when he's
show
having
him.
his event, and we'll schedule as a conflict with him.
Mm.
That's our way of getting even. Yeah, that sounds
guess.
fun though. That screen 1 wins, except for Rocky Horror. I would see that again. I mean
Yeah.
I've watched that well into the double digits, numbers of
Okay.
times.
Okay.
Just saying.
No. I
Cool.
mean, I'm not the biggest musical guy, but that one it's different.
Stands out.
That one's way different. Way
Yep.
different.
Yep. That one stands out. I agree.
So
Good.
what else? Have you watched anything else other than the monkey?
Nah, just the usual mundane British television stuff.
Mm.
We're like Ken. Ken's been on a British television kick, so are we.
There you
We're-
go.
There was one called Patience,
Okay.
a British crime thing, where the young lady helps solve the crimes, and she works in the records department of the police station. She's autistic, and she looks at stuff and sees it entirely different than the other people, and she's right.
There you go.
So it was the first season for that, and it was a very good show actually. It was kept your interest because you didn't know what was tying together, that kind of stuff. So yeah, for the most part, that's just kind of that kind of stuff. But you know, she'll have something on in the background. I'll have my iPad and I'm reading the news, or you know, the fact that the new Corvette ZR1X is the 5th fastest car in the Nürburgring record book.
Mm.
So a sub 7-second drive,
Yeah.
and it was driven by a GM engineer and not a professional race car driver.
Okay.
That's a huge deal, son. Nürburgring is about 12.9 miles long. It's over in Germany, and it's the testing ground. And the ZR,
I've watched enough Top Gear. I'm very
you know
aware
that,
of the
yeah, you know that
Nürburgring.
shit.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
the ZR1X came
Yeah.
in 5th all-time fastest, and the ZR1 came in 7th all-time fastest
Okay.
without professional drivers.
See, that's
You
the key.
you
The fact
no
that,
shit.
like,
You can buy
anybody-
that,
Yeah.
drive it from the dealership, and it does that. They didn't tweak it at all. They just took it straight out and ran them, and they
See, but
blazed it.
Here's the
So,
scary part of that information.
that's big stuff.
But here's the scary part of that information being out there, because you've talked about guys that'll buy Corvettes and they don't realize the amount of power they've got,
Yeah,
and they end up having to return them.
and they crash them. Yeah. Yep.
Well, I was going with return, but yeah,
No,
you're going.
they do.
Right, yeah.
There's stories they take them back. There's a lot of used ones with no mileage. Yeah.
So
that's it. So that's an issue. But you got to look at that and you're going, this production car is faster than Ferraris it kicked Ferraris and Lamborghinis, and it only missed the Porsche time by 0.1 seconds.
So it was right there.
So if they'd have had a professional race car driver behind the wheel, it would have been probably ranked third or fourth of all time. Mercedes AMG, I think, is first, and a Porsche is second. Mercedes third again. So that's a big deal. So that's what I've been reading a lot about lately is the performance of the new ones coming up.
So let me ask. So you've taken your Corvette out on the track at the racetracks and stuff like that. But
down at the track here, yeah, right.
But they throttle you. They have the pace. They don't let you go
Yeah,
over a certain mile per hour.
There's liabilities. They don't let you go over 60 or 65.
Which kind of is like, okay,
That's sad.
Okay, I drove my car on the track, but at the same time, like, you didn't really open it up like you wanted to.
Right.
So I guess my question is, if somebody had a vehicle like that and they wanted to, like, open it up and really play with it, where in the hell can you go in the United States to do that?
Bunches of places. There's a lot of private tracks out there that you can rent.
Okay.
There's a lot of.
So there are options for that.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot of racing clubs, a lot of private racing clubs.
Yeah.
They have there's a track just west of Indianapolis here, I think. There's places. Yeah.
I mean, because I know, what is it? The Salt Flats?
I'll give you a case in point. Down in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Yeah.
There's one there along I-65. There's an exchange. There's an exit on the northwest corner. Is the manufacturing plant for the Corvette. On the southwest corner is the Corvette Museum, and on the southeast corner is the Motorsport Park.
Okay.
National Corvette Motorsport Park. And you can go down there and you can pay extra amount of money, and professional driver will pace you around. Then you go and you can drive their cars, their new Corvettes, and you can whatever, but you can also take your own car out.
Okay.
So there's a perfectly fine, respectable racetrack that you could take your car and buzz around in due times. You can do it at Sebring. You do it at Sebring in Florida. So different racetracks allow for different. They let guys come out at weekend warriors.
Yeah. So what is that? I mean, like, what does that run? I mean, is it one of those things?
Like $500, anywher from $350 to $700.
So it's not something that somebody's
depending
going out every
on what you want to do.
Doing. Yeah.
Nah, it's hundreds. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. To derive one of their cars, it's like probably about $500, something like that.
Yeah.
And that's really what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because it's their tires and their brake pads that you're ruining.
Well, yeah, exactly. You're not putting wear on your car.
I had a buddy when I was down in Sarasota. He was a rather wealthy gentleman who had a Porsche GT3 RS. And he was burning through brake pads and tires constantly. He used to go to Sebring. Yeah, next week he's getting another set of tires put on. It's just you use them up.
Wow.
But it's fun. It's an expensive. It's a big money hobby.
Yeah.
So it'd be fun though. I'd like to do that sometime. But whatever. Anyway, so that's the other thing I've been watching is lap times at Nürburgring.
So I sent you a thing the other day, and I don't know if you've had a chance to look into it or not, about Fox buying into Penske.
They bought a third of Penske Entertainment, so they now own a third of IndyCar.
Yeah,
they own a third of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They're invested big time in this now.
Okay. So does that mean we're going to have big old Fox branded jumbotrons at the Speedway and
perhaps, but I think you're going to find more broadcast into it. They're invested now. For example, a media company called Liberty Media owns Formula One.
Okay.
How's that any different than Fox Sports as a media company? It's no different than Fox Sports owning a third of IndyCar now.
True.
So Liberty Media got Formula One more marketing in the United States. They did that TV show and all that hoo-ha. And Formula One's done well. And the other car owners, the other team owners are thrilled about this because it pulls some of the responsibility off of Penske. Roger Penske's not solely responsible now. It's an infusion of a lot of money. They haven't disclosed how much money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of money.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
But it's good because it brings different blood to the table with different resources and capabilities than just somebody sitting there trying to negotiate media rights. Media's in on it now, and they've got running.
And that was my other thought when I first saw that. I'm thinking, well, I guess you're never going to see IndyCar on NBC ever again, or anything like that. It's pretty much Fox is the home now, you know.
Yeah,
so.
And they're doing great. Their broadcasting of the races on TV are far superior to what NBC did. I think they've got better graphics. Same team, you know. They've still got Hinchcliffe and Townsend Bell, and Will Buxton, who has done a phenomenal job for his first year in as the lead commentator. But yeah, it'll be on Fox for the indefinite future. It'll go for however long they're invested.
Yeah.
So it's positive. It's a lot of the team owners didn't like the fact that Penske owned everything. No, he doesn't.
And that's a valid point.
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
So now he doesn't. And,
so it's a good thing.
Yeah. Well.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
Well, cool. All right.
So there you go. I just went out. I'm done. I'm done. I'm down to like that much.
Got like this little bit, but it's still going. So.
Yeah. Anyway. So there's that.
Well, I do not have my little Blackbird stinger on my board here because when I assign buttons, I accidentally assign the intro music, which I'm going to do the little bookend thing. So we're just going to sit in silence for, how long here?
All right.
About 35 seconds. And then I'll just drop that in post. It's time to fly high with Blackbird Cigars. Blackbird Cigars offers you remarkable quality using the most delicate and finest tobacco to always ensure that you're receiving unsurpassed cigars. Blackbird Cigars strives to give you undoubted repeating flavor for every cigar you smoke and impressive quality so that you can always expect greatness. Check out their website for a full list of stores carrying Blackbird Cigars and give them a test flight. Blackbird Cigars, can't clip our wings. Okie dokie. So, in December 2004, a massive undersea earthquake triggered a deadly tsunami that struck the coasts of several countries around the Indian Ocean. Over 230,000 people lost their lives in one of the deadliest natural disasters in history. Everybody thinks these are so depressing.
So far it is. Continue.
Yeah, but on a beach in oh god, I didn't
over there
in Thailand. I'll just say Thailand because as I'm looking at it, I think this might be pronounced as fuck it, but it's probably more like
Phuket.
Phuket. We'll go Phuket, Thailand.
Phuket, Phuket, something like that.
Yeah. Actually,
Phuket.
Yeah. Okay, Phuket. One 10-year-old British girl named Tilly Smith saved nearly 100 people thanks to something she learned in school. Just 2 weeks earlier, Tilly had learned about tsunamis in her geography class. She remembered her teacher explained the signs: receding water, bubbling at the shoreline, and unusual ocean behavior. So when Tilly saw the sea behaving strangely while vacationing with her family, alarm bells went off in her head. She told her parents frantically, insisting that they had to leave the beach because a tsunami was coming. Her parents took her seriously and warned the hotel staff. The staff acted quickly, clearing the beach and evacuating people inland. Moments later, the tsunami struck. While devastation hit the other beaches nearby, not a single life was lost on that beach, all because of Tilly's quick thinking and courage to speak up. Later, she was hailed as a hero by the United Nations and even met then U.S. President George W. Bush. But Tilly always gave credit to her teacher. So be like Tilly Smith and Blackbird Cigars, and don't let anybody clip your wings. So there you go.
That was a big one.
I mean, that's pretty impressive to learn something in a geography class when you're 10 years old and to, turn around and save 100 people.
Did you follow this past week the tsunami that we had come out of Russia and went all down the Pacific? And
it's been bad. That was like an 8.8 earthquake under the ocean or something?
And then a volcano went off like shortly thereafter up there. And all kinds of planes flew and dumped trash in there, and they burned all the trash like I've been talking about. Nobody listens to me. Well, what was interesting is all these cruise ships and Norwegian cruise lines and cruise ships in Hawaii pulled away out of port, went to sea, and left the people on shore.
Yeah.
So get the ships out of the port before they get hurt, and all these people are going, "Where'd my boat go?"
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I was reading about Hawaii and all the people that were evacuating off the coast and moving to the other side
Yeah.
and all this and everything. And I also read specifically that Oprah refused to open up her private road that would have shaved miles and miles of travel time for these people, made it so much easier for the evacuation of these people. She refused to open up her private road, so instead of having to just go across, they had to go up and over and around and down to evacuate properly.
remember earlier we were just talking about ASMR and how certain things just make your skin raw.
Yeah.
The word Oprah does that to me. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway. Oh, Lord.
Oh, so
Anyway,
well, in terms of the socials, I'm
Oh,
available.
wait.
What?
Do we want to do the?
Yeah, you know what? I haven't done that in a hot minute, actually. Let's do the. I don't have that singer either, but that's super short. I can just put that in right here.
What is this?
Then guess what, motherfucker?
Guess what,
Time for three
motherfucker?
cigars. Isn't that what you wanted to do? The 3 cigars?
Oh,
we
I can't.
smoked
Well,
and
no, we can. We can do that. I can rattle those off real fast.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you were wanting to do.
No, I was going to ask the ponderable. Why are there no wild chickens? Have you ever thought of that? That's another one of those things you sit around thinking about.
Wild chickens?
There are no wild chickens. The closest thing you have to wild chickens are the roosters in Key West. But you have wild turkeys. You have wild pigs.
I get what you're saying.
When was the last time anybody was walking along through a field and got attacked by a pack of wild chickens? There are no wild chickens.
You know,
What the hell is
horses?
What the hell is with chickens that there are no wild chickens?
Huh.
Where there used to be, and they're all gone. You
Well, now
never
we're-
hear of wild chickens.
I mean, now we're breeding chickens that, like, are just super chickens that have giant breasts that,
Like
KFC
3 legs,
uses.
yeah.
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 Like, no heads, and all that shit and everything.
It's just
Bred
one of
for
those.
meat.
It's just one of those ponderables.
Weird.
There are no such things as wild chickens, and I want to know why.
Goddamn, you and Trey Mac together are going to be trouble.
I
This is
cannot
gonna be-
wait to get with Trey Mac.
This is going to be one of those things.
You're going to
You
have
two
people. You're going to have people running out of Ken's place screaming, going, "I can't take it."
He's going to be sitting there going, "Have you ever thought about panda bears?" And you're going to be like, "What about wild chickens?" And it's just going to go nuts.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
do your socials, and then I've got a thing for Ask the Pulpit. Go on.
Well, and then we got 3 cigars we smoked and enjoyed this week too that we got.
Oh, that's
throw
right.
In there because we started that. So I don't know. You got something that you want to rattle off?
I had an Aganorsa leaf. No. It was the Cuba Aliados.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yesterday, I had an Oscar Valderos McFly.
Okay.
Huge. I don't like Churchill's.
Yeah.
I love that one. Huge fan of the McFly. I don't know if obviously I've had leaf by Oscars.
Yeah.
In this thing. I don't know what all else Oscar makes, but I'll bet you I would be a real fan of anything that Oscar seems to put out there.
And I'll say that's the issue, and I'll just be honest. That's the issue I see for Oscar, is that the leaf blew up so big.
Yeah.
And he's got all these other lines, and it's one of those things that people, I've seen it like at trade shows where they'll come up to the booth and it's like they just want the leaf, and he's trying to sell them these other products to have in there, and all they want is the leaf. And but the Oscar, it's the Oscar Habano.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that cigar. That's a great cigar.
If he would redo the band on the McFly and make it look like a legitimately high-end cigar.
Yeah. Well,
remember, it's got that ugly purple.
Well, he's going for that Back to the Future '80s kind of thing.
If he would dump that image on that and put a nice band on that and up the scale of imagery on it, all day long, that would be one of his best-selling cigars. That thing is a phenomenal smoke.
Okay.
And he's got this long damn thing. Have you seen this one?
Oh yeah, the not the digger,
I don't remember what it's called.
The Woody.
The Woody, yeah. I saw some guy posted, he goes, "I just went camping. I'm here for 3 days and I brought a cigar." And it's big, like 8 inches or 10 inches long or something.
Stupid.
It's ridiculous. He goes, "I got one for the whole trip." And it's
There
like,
you
Jesus. Yeah. But
go.
anyway,
Why did that zoom out? Why did that zoom out?
I don't know. Did you move your hands? Every time you move your hands, it does that shit.
I know, but it's like, come on, zoom it.
Oh, because you get too close.
There we go.
Yeah, just don't move. You're fine.
You know, when I did the episode with Ed Sullivan and Tony V.
Yeah. You kept moving.
Well, we figured out how to stop that, and I have since had to get a different iPad because that iPad bit the dust, and so I need to change the settings on this one to adjust for that. So,
all right.
And
my third was the Villiger exports. The other day I was out here and it was kind of like looking like it was going to rain, but I didn't know exactly when. So I brought two. I brought one too.
There you go.
But I came out with two of them, and I actually got a chance to get two of them in within the hour.
There you go.
So they're good when you have time, but you don't know how much time.
Yeah.
But you got at least 30 minutes.
Yep.
Ideal. So.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I burned up. Anyway, going on.
Who was I talking to recently about those? Who was I talking to about those? I don't remember. And now I'm like questioning if it was an Ask the Pulpit call or something. I don't think so. Maybe it was, but they were talking about military guys deployed overseas, and how
it'd be great for that.
And how the Villiger exports were so vital for them overseas because since they don't need humidity, these guys could just throw them in their pack. And
it's a small pack too. It doesn't take up much space. Yeah.
They could get a cigar, but they didn't have to worry about, having a humidor or anything like that. They could just throw them in their bag and be set.
Ingenious.
Yeah.
Neat.
So, anyway.
That's a great application for that. I never even gave that consideration.
Right? That whole lack of humidity thing, it's really important because those and Toscanos are the only ones I know, and Toscanos, they're good, but man, it's like smoking a campfire, you know. Whereas like these, they don't have that fire roasted kind of flavor thing going on.
Yeah.
But
no.
Anyway, so my first one, I had the Villiger limited release number 49. I had that on the show that I did with Renee, and holy shit, that was a good cigar. I liked that more than the 51 that I smoked when I just did the solo one about Mr. Villiger passing away. And
was there a 50?
I didn't get a 50. They sent
you went from 49 and 51. I was curious if there was a 50 in there somewhere.
Well, they're blend numbers, and so I don't know if maybe number 50 didn't make the cut or what.
Maybe it flopped.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But no, that 49 was really good, and I've still got the rest of the box in there, but it was a box of 10, and so I'm sitting there like, okay, now I got to ration these things because I don't want to burn through them super quick. But holy crap, those were good.
Nice.
And then I smoked a Perdomo 30th anniversary Maduro recently.
I knew there had to be a Perdomo in there somewhere.
It was. I like the 30th. Everybody's real high on the Legacy right now, and for the Legacy, that one, the Connecticut won out for me. The Connecticut with the binder, that one.
It's the binder.
It's the binder. That one is just. That one was the best, but the 30th anniversary, I like the Sun Grown the best, but that Maduro is really, really good too. And then the other one that I smoked recently was one that the fine folks at JC Newman sent some samples of, and that was the Diamond Crown Tampa. It's one that they released, for Tampa. Yeah. And boy, that was just a nice, pleasant, really creamy, good cigar. Sitting out, having my coffee in the morning and everything. Nice. It was just a really nice, really, really good, tasty cigar, and I did enjoy that one a lot. So, good. Yeah.
Have you had a Davidoff Maduro yet?
I smoked one of those.
I was going to say, because you got some, I thought you said.
I did. I smoked one of those the last. So I started the day with the Diamond Crown Tampa.
Right.
And then I ended the day with that Davidoff Maduro. And
now that's supposed to be more of a they've got a 2-page spread in this latest issue of Aficionado.
Yeah.
And it refers to it more as a medium bodied smoke.
It is.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, it's not it's not a super heavy Maduro. I've got some. I'll make sure I'll bring one down to Pulpit Fest for you.
No, you can't bring cigars on that trip. You got to Get them down there.
You'll be fine. Ken doesn't have it.
Okay, fine. Because I was thinking,
But,
maybe I'll bring a couple of cigars with me just to have.
I'll
get them while I'm down there.
I always do that. Like,
I'm doing a TSA test also. I'll give you the report when I get down there.
Okay. Oh yeah, I would say don't say it now.
No.
AI bots might be.
I'm doing a test in preparation for going to Yellowstone shortly. It's a week and a half after I get back from Pulpit Fest.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks, whatever it is. We go to Yellowstone, and I'm doing a TSA. I'm doing a TSA test on my flight down to Orlando.
Okay.
So I'll let you know on that end how it went.
I was gonna say, if you come down there lighter than
even printed off the TSA papers.
Oh God!
Here are your rules. I printed off their rules just to make sure.
Just in case.
Excuse me while I whipped this out. Look what your company tells. Yeah, so we'll see what they say anyway.
Okay. No, that Davidoff Maduro though, it was really good, and
good.
Boy, that was a lot of fun to. For me to retrohale as much as I did with that cigar.
Wow.
It was great. I mean,
good.
At no point did it get to a point where it was unpleasant. You got a lot of really good, olfactory notes or whatever. It was a good cigar. But they were kind enough to send me 2 Toros, 2 Robustos, and 2 Lonsdales, the little kind of thinner little baby Robustos or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I had a Toro Robusto. I had a Robusto.
Right.
And super pleasant. I liked that
good.
a lot.
Good.
So.
All right.
Yep.
Well, that's 4 cigars. That's 4 cigars you smoked with me.
That is 4 cigars. I've gotten. It's been very nice lately. I mean, the samples have come my way here lately, and I don't know what's in the air, but I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, J.C. Newman and then Davidoff, and then Placencia sent me 2 of those new ones, the ones that are growing up in the mountains really high or whatever. And
you must have hit a list when you registered at PCA.
I must have.
That's probably what that is you actually read. That was the first year you went to the show, right?
It was the first year, yeah. So
you're on the media. You're on the media list now at PCA, and that's how they get that listing for all the manufacturers and Nauticos. So that's what that is.
Sweet. Woo, woo.
Nice. Yeah, good.
I'm happy about that.
Good on you, girl.
Yeah.
Everybody's jelly.
Nice. Well, it's about time. 6 years of effort here. It's like finally.
Yeah, it's about damn time.
Finally,
little payback for a little something for the effort.
Yeah, right.
All right. Good.
Anyway, so I'm
do,
available.
Do your socials, and I'll do the Ask the Pulpit.
All right. So I'm on Instagram at the Cigar Pulpit. I'm on Facebook, where you guys can join the Pulpit Parishioners group, get in on the fun there. Twitter/X, you can watch me on Rumble and YouTube, and then if you use Spotify, I do have the Spotify video as well. And then, as he's bringing up Ask the Pulpit, we have the Ask the Pulpit hotline, area code 863-874-0000. That's 863-874-0000. And call in with your comments, questions, concerns, life advice, whatever you want to call me about. I take all calls. Hell, even spam calls about, loans and car warranties and all kinds of other shit apparently come in. So
I hit some database where I have gotten, and I'm not exaggerating, for the last 5 days, I'm averaging at least 20 emails trying to sell me discounted car insurance. It's just, it's out of control.
That's unfortunate.
I hit somebody's hit list. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know. I was getting the calls that hot and heavy there for a while. They seem to have slowed down, knock on wood. But but for a while, I mean, it was like a dozen calls a day. From different spam numbers and shit.
I hate that.
It was unfortunate. But
yeah.
Yep. So
all right, so Ask the Pulpit. Here's what I want your listeners to do.
Okay.
If you could invite 3 people, dead or alive, to join you in a cigar lounge to hang out for a few hours and have cigars, who would they be?
I always struggle with this question because there's people, but I've never been one where it's like, oh my God, I love that. I'm not starstruck by celebrity to the point that it's like, oh my gosh, it's like I see, like I've told you, like at TPE, I've seen like, there's Tommy Chong, and I'm like, oh look, Tommy Chong's real, and you walk on. It's like I
Yeah,
don't
right,
need, every once in a while when you have an interaction with somebody to the
right.
point that you can, you're like, hey, can I get a picture? It's fine, but I'm not like an autograph chaser or anything like that,
Right.
So, so like I'm sitting here thinking about it, and it's like I don't know who I would want to sit and have a cigar. Like, what three people? And that's the other thing is you got to think of three people that would potentially gel enough to where you'd have a really good conversation going.
Right.
So it's one of those questions where when you say it, it's like some people are like, oh, well, this, and this, but like, is that the best combination of people that you can come up with? I don't know. Do you have three?
Yeah.
Okay. Who are your three?
You,
Okay.
Ken,
Okay.
guy by the name of Larry Kaufman.
I don't know.
Larry,
Kaufman.
Larry, no, you don't, because Larry died of pancreatic cancer in 2001.
Okay.
Larry is the gentleman who got me my very first cigar.
Okay.
He was an old buddy of mine. He was my employee. He was my sales rep in Arkansas. And I taught him how to fly fish. And one day I looked over, we're standing in the White River up by Mountain Home, Arkansas. And the son of a bitch is standing in the river, not fishing. He's just standing there smoking a cigar. And I asked him, I said, did you come to do that or did you come to fish? He goes, come on over. And he handed me a Macanudo. And he fired it up. And we stood there and we had a cigar. And that was the first cigar I ever had.
Okay.
Larry always had a joke. Larry was probably one of the sweetest, kindest, funniest people you would ever know. Things like, I don't know why anybody says they want to take a shit. Usually a shit's something I want to leave behind. He was that guy.
Okay.
All right. Larry would mesh with you and Ken very well. I'm going to throw a fourth one in here. And this is an emotional fourth for me. This is my grandfather on my mom's side. He died when I was 10 years old. You never knew him.
Yeah.
My grandfather, when he was 21 years old, he used to work on the railroad. And in 1916, when he was 21 years old, he fell off a railroad car and his leg got run over by several cars. And it didn't amputate it, but it mangled his leg so that he was crippled his whole life. My recollections of my grandfather is he had very thick, wavy, snow white hair. And he would sit and smoke a pipe and he whittled.
Okay.
And we would sit on the front porch and I would sit next to him and I would smell his pipe and he would just whittle his ass off. His knives, he always had a case knife that you could shave with. I mean, these knives, if he wasn't whittling, he was sharpening.
Okay.
And the knife blade was actually concave because he had used it so much. And he would just sit there and he would smoke his pipe. He would tamp it. He would clean it. He'd reload it. He'd smoke it. And his pipes were spotless. And he had so many stories. And as a little boy, I was so taken with this man. And he died when I was way too short and small and little to have gotten the most out of him that I ever got. But I could put him in a room with you and Ken and Larry Kaufman, and he would fire up his pipe. Every time I smell the pipe, I think of my grandfather.
Yeah.
And I know that that would be the four people because I know what you're talking about. They'd have to mesh.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got buddies, but I wouldn't mix them. You know, some people, some are independent buddies, right? You don't want to cross the beams, as they say in Ghostbusters. But that would be my group because Kaufman could come up with more yarns of bullshit that you wonder where the hell would that come from. Mm-hmm. And my grandfather would tell stories that everybody would just sit and listen to the guy. And I know you and Ken would just have the greatest time, and I would just sit there and just. So that would be mine. And I'm curious though. It's like I would like some of your guys to call in, and if you had three, and I took four because it was my idea. I'm allowed.
Yeah, whatever. You're allowed.
But if you had three guys, dead or alive, that you could have your session with, who are they? And if they're alive, why aren't you getting with them and having a cigar session with them?
Now that's a valid point. I mean,
thank you.
Unless it's like, the president of, whatever, or, you know, some person that
They
you
have to
know.
be people you know. There's a caveat. How's that?
Oh, okay, okay. So it's
No,
so you can't. You
I don't want to put a caveat on there. If somebody says, "Oh, I'd like to have whoever," that's fine. Go ahead. But if they're people you know, it's better probably maybe.
Okay, all right. So preferably people that you know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not going to put that rule on. If somebody comes in with a great idea, do it. But
Okay. Okay.
yeah, Fidel Castro, whatever. I don't know. Churchill and Castro, because they had good cigars. But that would be a thing.
I don't know if you'd want to put those two together, though.
It'd be fun, though, wouldn't it?
It might be fun.
No, it would be exciting, wouldn't it?
It would be an experience,
yeah.
That's for sure.
But yeah, so yeah, call in and tell Nick what 3 people, dead or alive, that you wish you could sit and have a cigar with.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Well, there's the challenge for the parishioners.
There you go.
Okay.
I tossed that out.
Well, there you go.
I released the challenge.
There, perfect.
All right. There you go. All right, bud.
Well, Dad, thank you so much for taking time out. I appreciate
it
as always.
I guess I'll see you in some days.
Like 2 weeks.
Ish. Yeah. Yeah.
Take. Right
Yeah.
around.
We were looking at coming over to possibly visit the week of the 11th.
Oh yeah.
But I may be getting a patio that week.
Exciting.
I've waited since April for this freaking patio, and they picked that 1 week that we were looking at coming over to visit.
Take it. Take it.
And the guy goes,
Take
"Well,
it.
we can reschedule." No, don't reschedule. No,
Yeah,
I've
no,
waited
no.
long.
No.
I've waited long enough.
No,
So,
take it. Take
yeah.
it.
So I may not see you that 11th
Yeah.
that week, but I'll see you in Florida.
I would say I'll be in Florida.
will
Realistically,
too.
between now and Pulpit Fest, it's like kind of wacky and crazy anyway. So like, you know.
And
to
if
be
anybody,
honest, like,
is still thinking about it, please act. Get the tickets, because
yes.
as the note taker, there's some great shit going to be there.
Well, and I won't lie.
That goodie bag is really shaped up nice, and there's some other stuff. Wow, this year is already surpassed last year in the wow factor.
And I'll be honest, I'm probably going to have to cut off tickets at some point here soon, because
Yep, you are.
Because companies are mailing stuff in. And I mean, I had one company reach out today wanting to get a head count so that they could know how much to send in.
Yep.
And things of that nature.
And
So
we're reaching building capacity.
Exactly. So realistically, we are right near the end to where I'm probably going to have to cut off the tickets. This episode's going to come out on Tuesday. I'd say if you are thinking about it, get the tickets bought before end of day Friday. I think end of day Friday, I'm going to have to cut off the tickets. So
Probably true.
Yeah. So
yeah, we've reached that point. I think you're right.
I think so. So, but no, it's going to be a lot of fun. And all fair, I'll tell you, I came up with 2 more games. So
we'll talk in the morning. We have a 10 o'clock call tomorrow.
Oh, that's true.
I'll talk to you then.
Maybe,
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, you and I, if Ken can't make it.
I was going to say one way or the other, but
shit happens.
Well, and not to get into details, but obviously we're thinking about Ken. Like I said, it's private stuff is private stuff, but
he has family private stuff going on, and we respect that things happen and you don't plan on.
Exactly. So.
And I've been watching the hurricane forecast, and we're clear.
Good.
There's a couple of things spinning out there, but they're non-issues for what we're concerned quite yet. Well, and they take time to get there, and right now there's nothing churning, so I think we'll be fine.
It is a little early for knowing temperatures, but
yeah, you can't do that yet.
Can't do that, but I have so, and I know you and many others have expressed to me that they're perfectly happy with this, but the kilt is it's retired. I've lost enough weight that's not feasible anymore. However, this year, no kilt. Hawaiian shirts.
I'm okay with that.
I'm going to be breezy and comfortable in Hawaiian shirts.
Good on you, man.
Yep. So
you remember that episode? And I know we're wrapping up here. You had an episode you did solo a while back where you had certain motivational sayings and things.
Yeah.
There's one I've always embraced. It's by Einstein. It says nothing changes until something moves.
Okay.
You got moving and you changed.
It's still happening.
And I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
I'll admit.
Just start moving and something's going to be different.
Well, I'll admit my
So,
gym time
good
has
on you.
been down because I've had Max so much
Stuff
lately.
I understand,
you know,
but
and
yeah.
obviously when I can't go up to the gym at night when he's sleeping in bed, so
Yeah.
it's kind of one of
Yep.
those things. But
Do what you do, though.
But still, it's like do what you do. So
Good on you, man. All right,
anyway.
bud.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And with that, I say, adios, amigos.
Adieu. And I really want to thank my dad for taking time out of his day to sit and have a cigar and talk for a little while. It's always a pleasure. And guys, as we pointed out, Pulpit Fest is fast approaching. I am going to be cutting off the tickets here probably the end of this week. So if you have not gotten your ticket but you're thinking about coming, now is the time to go ahead and jump on that, because we have to go ahead and put a cap to it. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. This has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick. Everybody, stay safe and stay smoky. Take it easy, everyone.